Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to cook a nice pork steak in pear sauce with mushrooms and rice in the witch's kitchen. Okay, here we have a tablespoon of olive oil heating up in a pan. What we're going to do is we're going to sear the pork steak, and we'll do that in just a moment. And here's the pork steak, and to one side of it I've added Montreal steak seasoning. We're not going to put it on both sides, just on one. Okay, when your pork steak is in the pan, you want to have a medium-high heat. You want to put it seasoning side down, and as you can see, it's starting to sear. You want a nice high temperature. You want to lock in the spices, and you want to sear the meat and brown it on both sides before you reduce the temperature for cooking. Okay, you're going to want to sear it on both sides for about 4 minutes on high heat, flipping it. Get it nice and brown. It may take a little longer. You be the judge. Okay, when your searing process is complete, you're going to want to take it off the heat. And that's what we'll do right now. And we're going to drain that. We're going to clean that pan up and get rid of the olive oil and the spices. Okay, we have a nice big can of Bartlett pears and from the Pacific Northwest. And we're going to open that and we're going to add that to our pork steak. Okay, we've transferred the pork steak to a different pan. It's kind of a wok style pan with high sides. It's a deep pan. We're going to go ahead and add the sliced Bartlett pears and a light syrup. And to that we're going to add a small amount of bay leaf, crushed bay leaves. We're going to bring this mixture to a healthy simmer, almost a boil, then we're going to turn it down and let it simmer for a while. Probably about 10 minutes. As you can see, we're bringing it up to a nice healthy simmer. We're going to want to even turn it down a little bit more. Bring that to a gentle simmer for a while. Okay, while the pork steak is simmering, I've taken that opportunity to cut up about 4 ounces or so of Bella mushrooms. We got some nice mushrooms cut up here, prepped and ready to go into a pan. We've got the pork steak simmering on a bed of pears and light syrup. And we've cleaned our other pan. And we've got 2 tablespoons of butter melting in there, and we're going to saute the Bella mushrooms. Okay, mushrooms are really delicate creatures, so use low heat, very low heat, and just saute them very gently. You don't want to overcook your mushrooms. You don't want to cook them too fast. And for God's sakes, wash your mushrooms before you use them. And through the cooking process for your pork steak, use a knife and cut into the pork steak. Make lots of slits into it with a knife so that it will cook inside evenly and it won't be tough. Okay, our pork steak's been simmering for about 10 minutes. And to that we're going to add a 1/4 cup of amber colored West Indies rum. This is just a diluted grocery store rum, but you know, I would use white wine if I had some, but rum is also a good choice. So we're going to use a light rum. There we go. And as a word of caution, you never want to add alcohol to a dish when it's on high heat. You either have it on low heat or take it off the heat when you add the alcohol. Okay, the rum's going to give it a nice flavor, and our mushrooms are just about finished over here, so I'm going to take them off, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, now we've added the rum to our mixture, and now we're going to add a tablespoon of light brown sugar, and that's going to add sweetness to go along with the pears. Okay, let's put that in there. And we'll mix that all around. Alright, we're looking good. Alright, we're about 3/4 of the way through the cooking process. And at this point I'm going to add hot peppers because I like hot peppers. You don't have to. I simply like the heat along with the sweet and sour. There we go. Some crushed hot pepper. You could use red pepper flakes. These are peppers from my garden. Okay, we offloaded our mushrooms and I added a little water back to the pan that the mushrooms cooked in. And I'm going to add some minute rice. I've got about a 1/2 cup here to about a 1/2 cup of water. We're going to put that in and stir that around. Okay. Okay, our rice is finished and we've added the bella mushrooms back to the rice. Okay, what we have there, we have a bed of rice and bella mushrooms surrounded by the Bartlett pears. What we're going to do now, we've made the bed for the meat. What we're going to do is we're going to add just a little bit of the juice from the pan. Okay, we're going to add just a little bit of that to the rice in the center. Okay, like so. A little bit of the syrup. And then we're going to plate our steak on top of that. And here you have the pork steak plated. A meal fit for a king. And I'm going to sit down and eat. So I'll talk to you all later.